Wow, it looks like we're just diving straight in, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, some people want to go home.
Here we go, launching into game one. This is losers final?
Losers semis. A little bit of a mishap there up top, but we'll be getting that fixed in just a moment. So we see a big string. Once again, these wood conversions in from Gaia have been massive.
Oh, whoa, what the hell happened with that PK freeze through those blocks?
Yeah. The positioning from it is really, really impressive. All right, let me see. Yeah, Smash come out. We didn't see all that much there coming in from Gaia, and that kills off the top.
Don't know how much I agree with that happening, but it definitely did. Down smash pushing that shield and pushing Gaia back even further. Here come the pick loops that Steve is known for. You can just do that 84%, ladies and gentlemen.
It genuinely is so impressive. Like, we really haven't seen anything other than wood for Gaia. You know, maybe it's just him living up to his name. You know, that earth, wind, and earth again. Maybe the wood is just like the true wave for this Steve.
Maybe it is, maybe it is. You gotta believe in the... I can't think of a rhyme. I was trying to go for something, but it just went.
I like that you immediately thought out of it, though. You didn't like try and make it work and then give up. You were like, nah, I got nothing.
I was gonna pause and be like, I can do something. I can promise. No, no, there's no point. Either way, Caecilius finds that fair, but then finds an anvil right in the noggin, losing his second stock.
You know, treating Lucas like one of the villagers or any of the cows in the various Minecraft mods. He's definitely coming in with, you know, the Minecraft mids.
Minecart goes across the stage, tries to bully him with a jab from the sword, but instead comes across the minecart. There's the pickaxe swing. Double block place and pickaxe aplenty. That is tons of damage on Lucas already, and it's not stopping anytime soon.
All right, out smash comes out, but it is going to swing in a whip. Now we'll see. Somehow, once again, finds massive value. Actually calls out the fast score. Like, Gaia was pretty much clear of it, but was already defaulting into the recovery and gets caught for it. Let's see TNT come out.
TNT on that stage about to go, and Gaia tries to make Caecilius into a roll or a dash attack, but that's it.
Not 3 in a row. He did not get him 3 in a row.
Ouch.
We said it with Kai. If it works, don't stop doing it.
Yeah, why stop until it stops happening, right?
Yeah, Gaia showing just how consistent he was off third seed coming in. And he's going to be looking to at least match that if he can come away with a win over Kai here. But Kai looking to try and take this set the distance rather than letting it crash and burn. We've seen, I mean, what, 3-0 after 3-0 after 3-0 on stream.
Yeah.
If the pattern were to continue, you definitely don't want to be the one that drops that first round.
You really, really don't. But Gaia pressing that shield as much as he can already. There we go. Keep in mind it was a 0 to start that. 27. Not too egregious, but that was just up airs and up tilts.
It's crazy because the platforms do actually allow Steve to go for even more ridiculous combos, but it feels like the combo potential has been way stronger from Gaia when the platforms aren't there to like have him second guess whether he should go for block or whether he should just try and platform land.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit of bullying with the jabs from the sword, trying to find anything he can out of it. Down to as well, know for a fact that can be a nuts combo tool, but unfortunately these percents doesn't look like this is the kind of places where you're going to want to be doing it.
All right, he's going to bring it back, but this time we get the mash out. And he doesn't spend any resources, which is what I like. He just goes for a simple mash out and eventually makes his way back to stage.
Sharks that crime table back down. Doesn't actually have the resources to make a minecart. His inventory is full of wood, dirt, and stone.
All right, crafting table sitting in the center stage. He needs to make his way back to it if he's going to see anything, really. A little bit of gold in the back pocket as well. Now just waiting this one out, but he's actually going to jump into it. I like that he was trying to play this one a little bit slower so he doesn't end up exactly like Darks does, dealing with the down smash at the ledge.
The only unfortunate thing is, obviously, when you're sorting off the side of the stage with Steve, you have a limit on how long you can do that. Lucas does not have a limit on how long he can sit at ledge doing down smash.
Yeah, the Pika Fire actually not setting off the TNT there, which is a bit surprising, but not surprising to see the F-Smash claiming it with that gold sword. Right, down throw. It's just an immediate bounce out.
Can't really look at anything out of it. Gets an F tilt, and that's about it. But down to F tilt is still working all the way at this percent as well. Gaia farming those resources, trying to find anything he can to improve his kit, but that gold could wind up going the mile.
All right, trying to see if he can get a little bit of shield pressure. Nice. Right as the weapon breaks, obviously gold equally brittle as it is in the original game. Don't really see it stick around for much. All right, diamond in play.
Yeah, it's flashy, it's strong, but unfortunately it does not last. Everything that's shiny must fade. Gaia takes a big hit from that PK Fires to come back to the stage, but this time got the iron to spare to create that minecart and farming to get more back up. Obviously not wanting to switch to diamond just yet. 111% means that if you switch to diamond now, you're probably just going to lose it. So Gaia's seeing how far they can push the gold, gets the kill with Anvil, goes back to mining, and maybe now for that free damage at 0% might switch to diamond, but time will tell.
Yeah, unfortunately the sword is coated, the sword is stone, so probably the least impressive of combos we see. We're going to see the down throw attempt again, but now just trying to get as much damage as he can before this stock inevitably does fade. Nice little cancel there on the platform to avoid getting caught by the upper, which definitely would have been enough to seal the stock.
Yeah, see, Gaia is now lacking a pickaxe because that's what is used to mine as well as attack. And those combinations has made it expire quicker than anything else. So dash attack, you're missing. Back air, you're missing. Forward air, you're missing. You're missing a lot of your kit. But Gaia's at 0. Diamond's on deck. And now it's in their hand.
All right. Going to see an immediate Anvil to try and put some shield pressure on.
Gaia taking a hit from that PK Fire. Not something you want to see if you're him. But one solid swing, just like that, could spell the end for Lucas.
We're seeing the PK Fires come out because it is pretty much the best way that we've seen Kai actually get some proper value. The back air didn't connect the first time, but the second time it was off the top. Been a rock and a hard place there for Kai, and now he stares down the barrel of potentially our 4th or 5th 3-0 back-to-back on stream.
It's a very, very dangerous spot to be in. If you lose one more game, then that is it. You are knocked out of the bracket. Goodbye, good night, thank you for coming. But if you can somehow take 3 games back to back away from Gaia, then you're looking strong.
I'm liking the music pick for potentially our final game here before we move into our top 3.
3, 2,
We are, and here we go, launching straight in to game 3.
So we are just joining us. It is the 2-0 here in the losers semi-finals. Fire comes out as Kai looks to try and find his first one in. He's just choosing to scrap at the close range, making sure to at least keep the Anvil in the back of his mind, though.
He is mixed back to that ledge with the upbeat recovery. Caecilius, knowing way better than last game. Look at this, 105% and bullying Gaia off stage.
You know, sometimes when you see people who are sick at racing games take the cleanest of racing lights, the precision on that glider to dodge the PK freeze and then still make it.
It was very, very satisfying to see, I will agree. There we go, Gaia finding the first hit of the game, I should say. But Kai almost taking him out with that back throw.
I was about to say, I'd be very, very upset. I'll just have to double check that we're still, you know, playing Ultimate and not Brawl.
Yeah, I was going to be a little bit miffed if that did go back to that other ledge.
All right, down throw going to come out, and he's now lapped. This is a great adaptation here from Kai. All right, down tilt comes out, doesn't get the follow-up.
But it's down the wall, but obviously when there's a platform right there, and you're on the other side. Oh my, why did Gaia hit Caecilius like 3 times and suddenly he's at kill percent?
Bold decision to go for the crafting table right next to the TNT. You did put it there to try and dissuade interaction, but you do actually have to leave it.
Of course, tries to get that TNT to go off early with the minecart. Tries to kind of bait Kai to go into it as well, but unfortunately for Gaia, none of that works. Has to go back to mining. That could be a kill. Could isn't the right word. Is.
Yeah, the up smash, very, very strong. Crazy that it can also be used as a combo tool. Forces him into the shield there and gets a little bit of decent damage, but unfortunately he's going to commit. And we see this time, but he overdrifts, so he's not able to get the reset on those jumps. So Kai going to get away with his life, but there's not much left.
No way. That was
bomb rolled and smoked.
Kind of incredibly smart from Kai. Noticing the block there, noticing...
You're not here.
Return to sender. Just return to sender.
You know, if at first you don't succeed, you know, gold has been pretty much cursed for Gaia. Like, we've not seen, he does not have the Midas touch. But Diamond looking unbreakable for him right now. He may not have the JoJo music on deck, but he's looking good nonetheless. Looking to try and secure a 3-0, but first he needs to get some damage on the board. He started things off and doesn't get the conversion with Diamond. Not quite seeing those wood conversions, but of course, we've seen it once. The pickaxe can take the kill if we find Kai off stage. Conversion, and we see go just a simple F smash this time.
69%, nice. Tries to go for that setup that we've seen time and time again. The reflector also hit extending the F smash through to hit Gaia. Don't know if it was luck by lack of judgment, but hey, it worked. Uh-oh.
All right, make sure this time to retreat, and we're gonna see a big spend there as he goes for the iron block, tries to mine it back.
Yeah, there's no iron in his inventory to chuck out a minecart anymore. He has to rely on that elytra to recover with. Diamond on deck as well. You're going to want to be using that for the kill shot, and God knows Gaia wants to. Starts building up those items again.
That's going to hurt a lot. He gave us so much stage control. 3 PK fires in a row. That's a big one. We finally see the dreaded 3-0 drought finally get put to a stop. Pulls one out of the hat. Takes the round. Still has to fight the rest of the set on Gaia's counter pick if he wants to stay afloat.
Exactly. Now Gaia gets to go wherever he wants. Being Steve, as I was mentioning earlier, this is massive. You can choose what tool you use on what stage, and as well as what materials you're going to farm more reliably.
All right. Music counter picks have been frequent. But the character is going to be staying largely the same. Steve and Lucas once again making their appearance. We've seen such character variety here in the Wicked One. Trent 3, top 8.
3, 2,
Yeah, we have. It's been really, really nice to see everyone basically just using what they love. There isn't too much here that is like, oh, I'm playing this character because it's great. They're playing it because, you know, they enjoy it. And that's exactly why you should play a character. And also, excuse me? And will pop CNZ perfectly onto platform?
Crazy behavior, and look, it covers so much space that it basically forced Kai to stay alone. We've seen that you cannot do that. He's very, very good at dragging that back in. Whilst he can't really cross it up too far, if you try and land on him, he has that PK freeze ready to send you once again back and packing.
That he is. Chucks out that minecart, has to feel his way around Battlefield, and finally threads the needle round to the center platform. But is that where you want it to be? Oh, Kai missing all of his spikes one after another.
He's at least got to count his lucky stars that he wasn't, you know, that Gaia wasn't really looking to try and get the reversal, and instead was just trying to make sure that his feet were on the ground. He still has a lot of wood in his back pocket, so more than capable of building. He's starting to try and slowly replace that with dirt.
There's a wall getting constructed and tries to farm for something to use. We have been seeing Gaia such a disparity for iron, like, over the past few games. Using them on mostly minecarts, but also, there you go, the moment you use them on blocks and weapons as well, that's it. There's no iron in your repertoire. You need to get it back if you want to start using one of your best tools.
And we're going to see the up throw connects there. The red spark comes through. Once again, Gaia playing on the back foot, and immediately gives up his respawn invincibility in order to get some mining done from the Angel platform. And it's going to take 23 when he finally interacts.
Comes in with the nair, catches with the up tilt afterwards, popping up Gaia, sorry, to 51. Gaia finally takes the stock and gives him time to mine away and get some more resources ready to use.
All right, this time waits to make sure, rolls on, and this time trying to catch a panic jump. Down throw is going to connect, but once again we have stone, so there's not really anything to combo here. We're trying to get the rotation around, catches the roll back. The fact that Steve can just continuously move forward and throw out a jab, hitbox, his forward tilts without having to do it Mega Man-esque means that he's so quick on punishing roll away and roll in because he just doesn't have to make those adjustments that stop in order to get the tilt out.
Exactly. Pushing Kai off stage is going to be huge, and detonating that TNT is only more damage and more control. Chucks down the crafting table, but you've lost one of your weapons, you've lost one of your tools. Kai gets rid of the crafting table means that Gaia has to replace it to use it, which isn't too bad, but it is a few more seconds, or a few frames that it needs to place down that you're not going to get back. Gaia's got nothing, by the way. Look at that inventory. Empty.
He's used so much in order to make it back, and he's just still able to get his feet on the ground. He's not able to do much more. Once again, he's treated with stone, so not much he can do with it. Manages to get the roll back. He is going to lose to the up tilt, but he's not going to drop the stock for 162. His character, definitely not one of the characters I consider heavy, but he is weathered.
So there's the issue, right? He's pulled diamonds. he's not going to want to he's not going to want to create diamonds at 170. So he had to lose there to come back on his next stock to make diamond weapons.
Yeah, definitely a little bit too little too late, but now he sets himself up for a big comeback. If he can at least get the up smash, that's nearly going to kill. The battlefield pick actually working against him here.
Just want to quickly note, he brought out the crafting table and instantly tried to craft, but he was holding neutral B before the table fully came out, so he just started mining in front of the table.
Yeah, really unfortunate. All right, tries to use that back air once again out of shield. He's not finding anything. F smash going to connect, and now you've got 30% on Gaia. Honestly, a really healthy stock here, so we need to see a big conversion from Kai. Just goes for the Zera instead, tries to play for positioning. Fair this time, going to connect. Now we're starting to build the damage little by little. 61 and counting. Double jump gone, but it's not really much of a problem for Steve.
Very, very true. The blocks come out aplenty, and PK Freeze, oh, just destroys them all, but does nothing to Steve himself. All of a sudden, the complete empty inventory of Gaia and the complete percent disparity doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, he's going to commit to the glider, just goes the full distance, and this time he's trying to catch Kai swinging against the minecart, because obviously it's something that you do sometimes just want to put a stop to so it doesn't get free damage. You don't want to try landing on it accidentally and ending up getting scooped up. We're going to see the roll on F smash 4, and both these two maybe sensing that the time is near. Early air dodge, and now talked about the resources being back, but once again the drought there struggling to find value.
Oh, that minecart was huge. Unfortunately, the capitalization just wasn't there. Caecilius missing the kill opportunity on Gaia. Gaia replenishes his weapons back up to full, regaining that pickaxe that he had lost. And now with Diamond as well, can go back to getting all the resources he could ever want. This is coming down to the wire. The next hit could really spell truth or demise.
That's quite rightly. Mining, just keeping something there. He's going to trade. Once again, these side Bs. And Gaia needs to be careful with these gliders. He lost the last game to an early glider, costing him so much stage control. All right, jab. Finally, we see a connection. 169, uses the block, so this time he doesn't have to commit. The powered Rhine cart changes up the timing, but he's overshot the ledge. Trying to catch him, up tilt going to connect, and that's going to be a game 5 as Kai going to take us the full distance in this set.
That up tilt doing absolute wonders for the PSI boy, and having to push this onto game 5 before we move on to losers finals.
All right, we're going to be staying on Battlefield, but he's going to take us to the Omega version of it in order to try and keep the materials in the sort of thing that he's looking for. As you just said before, obviously FD, we saw the shovel in play, not particularly useful.
Lucas.
And now just one last game separates both of these players from top 3. This game is for money. Whichever one of these two is able to come out on top here is guaranteed to make some cash. The question is how much. We're going to see first percent once again go the way of Kai.
Oh my god. Gaia, see that's the thing, right? Even if that doesn't do the 50% damage that it can, it absolutely does some kind of mental damage. It sounds so heavy hitting, and the fact that you get taken from the center stage, from the side of the stage all the way to center, oh my god.
Just, he may have taken the first 30, but he answered back with the no you quote tweet.
So true. Those blocks come out, and the PK freeze covers space where Gaia isn't, giving Gaia time to build up whatever reflected anvil.
It is a projectile after all, so finally leaving that in the back pocket when it matters most, and that's definitely the adaptation that he needed after, you remember, 4 games ago in that first game, lost all 3 of his stocks to that down air, and finally finding an answer to it.
Oh, frozen Gaia could be huge, but Kai cannot capitalize just yet. F2 keeps him off stage, tries to go for the early spike, but cannot quite secure the landing of it.
All right, this time he sends the TNT over, trying to catch him. Down smash, going to connect, but it's not going to kill just yet. Mines once again, and the downer catches the roll in. Maybe a little bit too antsy there for Caecilius.
Nice parries will be mitigating those PK fires out of existence, but Gold Axe, look at it, 59% from 0 is what it finds with one simple block placement.
Yeah, and that was with no up smash or anything. Just speaking of, nearly able to see even more damage going. And now the F smashes are starting to come out the moment we see the downer there to see if he can catch something. But the question is, will he get punished for it? Because obviously this gold weapon still very, very quick, very, very dangerous, even if it's not around for very, very long.
That it is. The PK Fire catches the block and the minecart as well, eradicating both from existence. Caecilius with the 1, 2, 3 takes Gaia off the side of the stage as well.
All right, forward tilt comes out. That's going to send him out. This time able to avoid it, but he tries to go high and he gets caught by the long-reaching hitbox of the down smash now. In a turn of events, the man that went up 2-0 is now facing down. Elimination here against Caecilius. But he's not going to go out without a fight. The back air from Steve, enough to close it out at 124 after hit. And now we're down to final stocks here, final game. And finally, for the first time, it feels like Stone is actually finding some value.
Yeah, 51% and rising. Kai goes down a bit low, but so does Gaia. Gaia makes it back at the extent of some of his materials.
And I feel like the venue all knew, their hearts collectively stopped as we saw a dumpstering in the last couple of games where that back air is just able to get the spike. Now he's just keeping those up tilts, trying to just have that walking hitbox. How will he make his way back? Gets over and gets the landing cancel. Nice parry, and the back air comes out. We got gold on the pickaxe. Diamonds available. He is going to craft, and the back air is going to connect. He's going to get the kill.
That is going to be 3-2. Game 5, the latest possible point it could have gone to Gaia, taking it away and pushing on into losers finals.